News Channel 6.
Congratulations, News Channel 6.
On 70 wonderful years.
Let's see where it takes us. Good morning, Augusta.
Children First on News Channel 6 is sponsored by Bridgestone.
It's a cool, crisp start to what's going to be a beautiful fall day. I'll have all the details on what you can expect coming up.
Now on Good Morning Augusta, the heart of Harlem celebrating a beloved native. We'll take you there. Plus, K-9 units nationwide unite for intensive training in South Carolina. An inside look at how they're getting ready for work. Your favorite weekend morning news starts right now.
Live from Television Park, this is Good Morning Augusta on WJBF News Channel 6.
Well, good morning, sunshine. Thanks for joining us. It's great to see you. I'm Sean Cabbage-Stock. Our coverage you can count on begins with sad news today. 2 pedestrians dead following 2 separate hit-and-run crashes in Richmond County. Investigators report one incident took place when a driver struck and killed a pedestrian riding a bicycle on Lumpkin Road at Fleming Drive. It happened just before 8:30 last night. The driver left the scene. The other incident took place on Richmond Hill Road just after 10. A pedestrian was walking and was struck and killed. We've learned the driver fled that scene as well. The coroner says there is no connection between the 2 incidents. We told you nearly 2 weeks ago about the Thanksgiving holiday tradition of one table taking this year off, but there's some good news to report today. The Salvation Army is holding a community dinner. It will be on Thanksgiving Day from 11 until 2 over at 607 Park Avenue in Aiken. If you'd like to volunteer or make monetary or even prepared food donations, we have that information on our website. People looking for help becoming parents took part in an event tailored just for bringing healthy babies into the world. The CSRA Perinatal Expo took place Saturday at the Kroc Center here in Augusta. A panel of speakers, including a pediatrician, OBGYN, and our very own Barclay Bishop and Renetta Dubose, discussed their battle with infertility. The annual event, sponsored by AmeriGroup, brought out several medical experts and support organizations to get family from the planning stages of having a baby through postpartum.
Our pelvis and our pelvic floor really serves many, many purposes in the body. In pregnancy and postpartum, it really has so many functions, and it helps us stay stable. It helps us move well through pregnancy. Georgia has the highest cardiovascular mortality and morbidity, and we want to decrease those numbers. So the Cardio B program was designed.
Infertility is real, and that it affects a lot of people, whether that be men and women, and that we have to work collectively to make sure that we address these issues.
And several people received baby-themed giveaways too. The expo takes place throughout the region twice a year. The 34th annual Oliver Hardy Festival returned to the streets of Harlem, where hundreds of people gathered for the parade and festival fun. Bria Smith was there.
We just enjoy coming to the food, the camaraderie. It's just a fun time.
Sonny Serenay has been a part of the Harlem community for more than 40 years. He tells me there's nothing like the Harlem spirit.
First, I've never seen it. I'm from New Orleans originally, so never seen anything like this with the culture of the Southern cuisine and so on and so forth. It's just a good time.
Before people walked down Louisville Street for the festival, we sat along Milledgeville Road for the parade. Food stands, music, and vendors covered the streets, and children I spoke to say they were there for a good time.
I love the food, the jumping houses, and Kona Ice. That's pretty much it.
But the history behind the celebratory event spans beyond food and fun. It's the birth home of comedian and actor Oliver Hardy.
I'll still be here. He's always here. He's here just to welcome everybody. I never get old.
James Duke is a vendor and also lives in Harlem. He says while the festival honors Oliver Hardy, it's also a place for others to shine.
I think it's just a good place for people to come and see what their neighbors may be doing and to get some ideas of something that they may be able to do.
Duke is an 82-year-old wood crafter where he gets his materials from chopped down trees in neighboring counties.
Most of them come from Lincoln and Wilkes County. This is the dining table.
Okay.
And benches that go with it. And you see the mailboxes, the other benches, and all this other stuff. Every bit of it's handmade.
Though food, music, and fun filled the streets of Harlem, those that live there say Oliver Hardy is always at the heart of it.
And that was Bria Smith reporting for us. Today is the last day for the annual Fall Greek Festival. The Holy Trinity Greek Orthodox Church hosts this yearly to raise money for its missions and outreaches. The festival is free and has live performances and plenty of Greek food and vendors. It's from 11 until 6. Plus, please join us this afternoon. We'll be airing a special program that will highlight Hispanic culture. It's at 5:30 right here on News Channel 6. If your kid needs a flu shot, he or she will have a chance to get one on Monday. Medical Associates Plus is hosting a kids flu clinic. It's from 8 until 5 over at 1299 Interstate Parkway. No appointment is needed. We're focusing on crime fighting on the next edition of the Means Report. Whether it's the hard work of the Major Crimes Division or the effort to keep children on the right path, the District Attorney's Office here in Augusta stays very busy. DA Jared Williams is our guest. He will tell us about how he and his team work to prosecute cases. He'll also discuss ways to help people avoid a life of crime.
Work with your children. And if you don't have children, or if you got a kid in your neighborhood that you see going down the wrong way, it would be so much better to spend some time getting to know them and helping them, as opposed to just waiting for the inevitabilities of that. And particularly, if you are a grandmother who's struggling, or a mother or parent, I would rather you come to me and bring your child to me before they mess up than them have to come across my desk.
That sounds like a good idea to me. Please join us for our conversation with Augusta District Attorney Jared Williams, and you can find out how to keep our streets safe. The Means Report, Monday afternoon, 12:30, right here on News Channel 6. Meteorologist Sherry Shealy joins us now with a quick check of the forecast. It's beginning to feel a lot like fall.
Fall, yes. It's feeling great out there. So if you haven't been outside yet, it is quite chilly out there, but it's a beautiful morning to what's going to be a great fall day. Looking at our Terry Lambert Hyundai Skyview cam at Doctor's Hospital, you can see even the skyline is getting the fall feels with those shades of orange and yellow on the horizon. Looking beautiful as always. Temperature-wise, though, check it out. 42 degrees in Augusta, and we've even got some 30s on the board. 37 in Saluda, 40 in Aiken, 43 in Louisville. So everyone feeling the cold right now, feeling like fall. Yeah, so how much of a change is this from yesterday? Well, in the past 24 hours, we have 26 degree difference here in Augusta, 25 in Aiken, 20 in Edgefield. So definitely can tell that cold front came through, and that cooler, drier air is definitely with us. Right now, the winds are nice and calm, but over the last 24 hours, we did see wind gusts up to 25 miles per hour. So it was quite breezy yesterday. We'll still see a little bit of a breeze today as well, but definitely going to need that sweater, jacket, cardigan, all that good stuff handy this morning as you head out for morning services. 44 at 8 o'clock. Then we're moving up into the 50s by 10 o'clock and into the 60s by midday. So we'll go over the details of how long this cold weather is going to last and how beautiful it's going to be today coming up in your full forecast. Back to you, Sean.
Alrighty, Sherry, thank you. Well, hundreds of people have been killed, and years now, a longtime sandwich shop owner trades his restaurant in for a new concept. We have those details next.
The fight against child trafficking.
We do have children out here who are doing things because they don't have shoes, they don't have clothes. So you'll find them exhibiting these behaviors to get these needs met.
News Channel 6's Barkley Bishop shows you how a local youth program is turning lives around, one child at a time.
We're able to jump on top of them really quick before they get too far into trafficking.
Hidden in plain sight, Tuesday on Good Morning Augusta. Can you really count on your... Can count on to get you everything you're entitled to. Attorney John Foy and Associates.
Since the start of the pandemic, more folks are getting their favorite foods delivered from food delivery services. But did your food really come from where you thought it did? It could have been cooked up in a ghost kitchen. And the concept is working for one business. Taylor Young explains.
It has been nearly 6 months since the owner of Sandwich Max last served a customer here on South Boulevard. Since then, he's traded in a nearly 1,800 square foot dining room for a ghost kitchen.
Order 70.
Long gone are the days of yelling out orders and lines of customers at the counter.
It's definitely different. Definitely different.
When Sam Nicholson was told he had to vacate his longtime location earlier this year, he looked for alternatives to stay in business. Ultimately, he came across Ghost Kitchen with South End Eats.
Going from over 1,800 square feet to 250 square feet has been a great culture shock for us as far as being so tight in.
Ghost Kitchen is a relatively new concept in the restaurant industry that's gaining popularity. Instead of dining in or placing orders face to face, customers order online or through an app.
There's lots of kitchens. There we go. There's an order right there.
The food gets made and then placed in a locker for pickup only.
We see their names on the tickets. We just don't get to see their faces.
It's a new reality that Nicholson says has taken some time getting used to.
Dining is a very social event. And when you have a brick and mortar, people can sit down and socialize and have a sense of community. You lose that with this kind of environment. So I think we're all missing that a little bit.
With the increased demand for online ordering and delivery, industry experts expect the ghost kitchen industry to exceed $70 billion in coming years. In South End Eats, Nicholson's Kitchen is one of 30. And while the concept has helped him stay in business, he says his tiny kitchen is only temporary.
It's been a good fit for us for what we needed at the time.
Nicholson says he signed a one-year lease with South End Eats that expires in April. He's currently looking at other locations across the city to once again open a brick-and-mortar shop. For now, reporting in South End, Taylor Young, Queen City News.
And Sherry has another check of your flash, and she has your full forecast. That's coming up in less than 3 minutes.
The News Channel 6.
WJBF TV.
You've never been afraid to put in the work. The extra early, extra late, extra work. Because you understand that education is the key that unlocks everything. Better pay, better hours, better opportunities, a better you. And playing the lottery is no different. Getting educated before you play gives you the tools you need to be a better player. Like knowing when to play and when to take a rain check. Visit sceducationlottery.com/betteryou to be a better player.
Join the daring adventures of your favorite Disney friends at Disney on Ice presents Find Your Hero. Playing James Brown Arena October 13th through 15th. Great seats available. For tickets and show details, visit DisneyOnIce.com.
Now, your most accurate forecast with WJBF Live Viper 6.
Good Sunday morning to you, and it is going to be a beautiful day, and that starts first thing this morning looking at our Terry Lambert Hyundai Skyview cam at the Augusta Marriott. Check out these beautiful colors on the horizon as we're just minutes away from official sunrise time, but it is cool out there. So 42 degrees in Augusta, winds nice and calm right now. So it was a little breezy yesterday. We'll have some winds to contend with today, but nice and calm right now as we start our morning off. So where do we stack up across the nation? Well, believe it or not, we are among one of the coldest spots in the country. So 42 for us, Birmingham, Nashville, and then it kind of warms up from there, which is a sight we don't see very often. So definitely on the cooler side of things right now. Looking at our satellite radar, there's that cold front that gave us the colder air. It is well off the coast now, out into the ocean. Back behind it, there's some clouds to our south, but for us, we've got the all clears. We've got high pressure building in that's going to give us these beautiful days with lots of blue skies and sunshine to enjoy. But where it's not so clear is in the tropics. So we have this tropical wave that we're tracking right now. So it has an 80% chance of development over the next 7 days, likely to become a tropical depression by the middle of the week. And we definitely want to keep an eye on this one, as the next name will be Sean, and you know that one's a troublemaker, so definitely don't want to keep our eye off of that one. So our farmers forecast back at home, another area of trouble is we need some rain. So we have the first and second level of drought there in our northern counties, but unfortunately rain is not in the forecast today or the next couple of days. But we do have some relief coming midweek. Also want to point out the times as those days are getting shorter as we're getting ready to fall back in just a couple weeks. So speaking of the rain chances, so again, dry for a couple of days, but then there is relief on the way. Middle of the week, we have some rain in the forecast, and we did pick up 3/100 of an inch yesterday with those little sprinkles yesterday morning, but of course that's not going to do a whole lot. But the main story today is definitely those temperatures. So starting off in the 40s this morning for us, we'll warm up nice into those 60s, upper 60s to lower 70s, so really feeling like fall today. But then it's going to drop again once the sun goes down into those 50s, and then again into the 40s overnight. So tomorrow morning when you're getting the kiddos ready for school, definitely bundle them up, as it's going to be a chilly start to the Monday, but again warming up and going to be another nice day in those 70s. So really just embracing all the fall feels for the next couple of days here. So your day planner for your Sunday, going to need that sweater handy this morning, but then we warm up into the upper 60s around lunchtime and into the 70s late on this afternoon. So as far as the temperature trend, we will swing back into the 80s middle of the week, but then we'll be back in those 70s later on in the week. So I think fall is here to stay, and it is feeling great, and we're going to enjoy these cool mornings for the next couple of days. Highs in the 70s, right where we want them, Sean, and then rain gear is going to be needed middle of the week, which we need that too. So overall, I'm going to say it's a good forecast.
I think so. And if Sean becomes a hurricane, he will be an angel because I'm an angel.
That's up for debate. Like I say, keep an eye on it.
Well, trick-or-treaters are getting ready to fill up on sweet treats, and we'll have a list of the most popular candy in the state. What's trending is next.
I'm Samantha.
And I'm Savannah.
And we're actual clients of Austin Jackson. When a girl ran a red light, the tractor trailer was right beside us, so they hit her, causing her to hit us. We rolled 4 times down Washington Road. Our injuries were extensive, and we really needed not just prompt care, but a continued care plan. Once we met with Austin, I felt really sure that we were going to get taken care of. It was definitely nice knowing that we had someone we could trust, working on our case, taking care of things, and explaining every step of the way.
Get Austin Jackson.
The Augusta guy.
Dr. Chandra R. Williams.
Hey y'all, welcome back. Time to take a look at what's trending. So Halloween is right around the corner, and if you need any ideas on what candy to buy for trick-or-treaters, this should help. So according to candystore.com, Jolly Ranchers are the most popular candy in Georgia, followed by Sherry's favorite, Swedish Fish, and Reese's Cups. In South Carolina, Skittles are the most popular, followed by Butterfinger and Candy Corn. And nationwide, Reese's Cups, M&Ms, and Hot Tamales are the favorites.
I can get behind this. Did you notice my earrings today? I have candy.
Oh,
I have
look at
candy
you.
corn earrings.
Yeah.
So I'm
So-
one of the few that likes candy corn. I know not everybody does, but I do.
It's nothing to write home about.
I think I like all the odd holiday candies because I like conversation hearts. I know most people don't like those.
Oh,
I like
yeah.
candy corn. I like Peeps. But Reese's, solid favorite. Though.
Yeah, I like that too. Yeah, I'm more on board with the folks here in Georgia instead of South Carolina, but I'm a South Carolina boy at heart. Well, coming up on Good Morning Augusta, a series is headed to Aiken Tech this week and is meant to bridge the gap and unify the community. We'll have more on the Unique Conversations program coming up, and we'll be right back.
My dry eyes.
Live from Television Park, this is Good Morning Augusta on WJBF News Channel 6.
And this 7:29, thanks for staying with us. I'm Sean Cabbage Stock. We head back over to Sherry for another check of our forecast. So these conversation candies. So for today, it would probably be burr.
Burr. And
Cherry.
then a little later on, love it.
Oh, yeah.
We're all over the board with our holidays, but just for the record, it's fall and it feels like it. It's going to be a beautiful fall day for us. Looking at our Terry Lambert Hyundai Skyview cam outside of Television Park, you can see that sun coming up over the horizon. Beautiful fall gradient colors there, and those clear skies allowing for these cooler temps. So check it out. Current temps 42 here in Augusta. We've got some 30s on the board in McCormick and Saluda, both at 39, 41 in Aiken, 45 in Wrightsville. Looks like the warm spot. So yeah, everyone needs to bundle up this morning as we've got double-digit temperature differences. So 18 degrees cooler in Sandersville, 23 degrees in Barnwell, 26 in Augusta. So definitely can tell that cold front came through and we've got some colder air in place. Right now winds are nice and calm, but we did peak up to 25 mile per hour winds in the last 24 hours. So it's been breezy as well. If you're heading out this morning to church services, definitely going to need that jacket, sweater, all that good stuff, and bundle up as we're in the 40s. Until about 9 o'clock, we'll make it into the 50s and topping off in the 60s around lunchtime. So I'll have more more details on what you can expect throughout this beautiful day and beyond. And when does the rain return to the forecast? I'll have all that for you coming up. Sean?
Aiken Tech will launch its new Unique Conversations guest lecture series on this Thursday, October 12th. And joining me today is Dr. Crystal Ratcliffe. She's the Dean of Student Success and Retention over at Aiken Tech, as well as His Royal Highness Dr. Jacob Agbar and his wife, Dr. Meg. They're here to share more. Guys, thank you for joining me today.
Thank you so much.
No problem. But before we begin, you guys have something that you would like to say first.
Yes, usually we'll want to communicate with our ancestors. It's a tradition.
Yes, sir.
And I'm going to start first, and then after that, my wife will play her own part.
Okay.
Hey Jay, hey Jay, hey Jay, hey Jay, hey Jay, Chad the boy.
What?
Chad the boy.
What?
Come on, Tame.
Wasu. Ooh, ajao. AJ. Ndekwa OJ, Manyo OJ, Cameroon OJ. Isa na Pumu. Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
No problem.
Thank you.
And you guys would definitely have to tell me a little bit more about that because, like I told you before, I got my ancestry results. So I'm part Cameroon and Nigerian. So definitely let me know about that.
Okay.
Yeah, no problem. So Dr. Ratcliffe, I want to bring you in. So tell us a little bit about this guest lecture series and its purpose.
Sure, absolutely. So we, are an integral part of the CSRA and the community at Aiken Technical College, and we realize that with the rich history that is in our area, as well as just the cultural history that's there and the uniqueness of individuals and the stories that they share, we thought it would be great to just be able to bring the community to our campus. This way that we can, further bridge that gap and unify us in the community, but also to help our students to have this deeper education, to give them the understanding of different cultures and topics that are relevant in today's society and especially to our local community. And so therefore we developed this series that we will host this is our first one. And so we will be doing these each semester, and it'll just feature different topics, different people, and things that are, again, like I said, relevant to our local communities, but also just featuring individuals such as the royalty here.
Yeah.
And so we're very excited to get this kicked off and launched this week.
Yeah, and how do you go about choosing the different speakers and the topics that you guys will be?
Sure. Well, obviously we get feedback. We do not act alone, so we look at what's going on in our community, on our campus. What our students are saying they would like to know more about. And so we take all that into consideration and then just connect to the individuals who would be the subject matter experts in those topics or fields, and then invite them to come and join us.
Cool, sounds good. So Your Royal Highness, you are the Business and Computer Technology Department Chair over at Aiken Tech, and then you're also a Chief in Cameroon. So tell me a little bit about that.
At Aiken Tech, I am an auxiliary to the Dean of Technical Education, whereby he imparts information to me that are imparted to the professors who are in these two departments, and then we take it to the students.
Yeah.
In Cameroon, in Dekwai village, I'm the traditional ruler. I am an auxiliary to the government, and then I'm a custodian of the customs and culture of the people of Dekwai.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good deal. So what are you guys going to be talking about at the series this Thursday?
We'll start by giving a brief history of Cameroon, and then we go ahead to address the question of a chieftaincy, how are chiefs selected, and what do chiefs do, and when a chief dies, the type of tradition that goes. I just came from Dallas. We just came from Dallas last weekend, whereby one of the chiefs, the first of his kind, to have died here in the U.S., and we had to perform some rites.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. And Dr. May, what would you be doing at this series?
As a wife, I'll be there as a queen mother. I'm just going to complement whatever the chief is going to present to show what the responsibilities of the queen mother or should be, and my own perspective, because it's a new generation.
Yeah.
I know tradition has its place,
yes,
but we also have issues concerning tradition that we have to at least make a few changes and above all, make women to be more involved and included in decision-making processes.
Nice. Okay. Yeah, so if folks want to chat with y'all during this lecture series, can they do that? Will they have the opportunity?
Oh, sure.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. We're available.
Okay. Yeah, so just come to y'all after the series and say, hey, I want to talk to you.
No, sure. I mean, we are ready to answer whatever questions they have to ask. I mean, this is like a showcase for our tradition, and we want to thank WJBF for exposing us to the South Carolina community and to the United States at large.
Of course. Yeah, so what are y'all looking forward to the most with this event?
We're just looking at telling our culture to the people of South Carolina, of the United States. We come from a developing country, and there is a lot that people don't know about. So this will be an occasion, this will be an opportunity for us to talk about, because people still have a lot of misconceptions.
Absolutely.
About Africa in general.
Yeah.
And I mean, like, just when I came to the US, people asked me all types of questions. And some people that was the first time they saw an African.
Oh, wow.
And they asked me, hey, did you study your English here? Do you live this? Do you live that? So
how does that make you feel for those people that ask you those types of questions?
No, I mean, it's just a matter of, they wanted for me to tell them exactly, because they've been getting some misconceptions.
Absolutely.
And so it was an opportunity for me to educate them about Africa, how Africa is.
And you're going to give us the same opportunity on Thursday.
Exactly.
Yeah, Dr. Ratcliffe, if folks want to register or they want more information about the series or anything like that, how can they do that?
Sure. So the easiest way is going to be to go to the website, atc.edu, and on our front page of the website, there's a link that they can click under Unique Conversations, and that will take them to our ticketing system. I do want to mention that this is a ticketed event, but it is for free. So it's free to anyone in the community as well as our students, staff, and faculty. And they can simply just register, and then we'll see them on the evening of the 12th at 6 p.m.
And do you guys have a certain number of tickets, or is unlimited?
We have 250 tickets, so there are still some available as of this morning.
Yeah.
Yes.
So get your tickets. Yeah. But thank you all for joining me. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Sean. Thank you.
No
Thanks a lot.
problem. Anytime. Yeah. And we'll be right back.
The live Viperity for people.
Happy 70th WJBF from our family to yours.
Hundreds of police officers and their K-9 sidekicks are coming together from across the country to South Carolina for the National K-9 Training and Certification. Sophia Radebaugh gives us an inside look at what they're doing to get these dogs ready for action.
It takes a lot of time and hard work to become a K-9 officer.
We want to make sure that all of our teams are hitting all the standards.
Both the handler and the dog have to prove themselves.
Ensuring that they are responsible, their locating tools go out here to perform at the highest levels.
And this week, over 100 handler K-9 teams are doing just that.
Stop and sit, reward and you're good.
The International Police Work Dog Association is hosting teams all the way from Montana to local agencies from the Low Country.
We have teams coming from all over the country to sit here and work on some professional development.
They're certifying the teams in explosives, narcotics, and firearms detection, search and rescue, tracking, building searches, and aggression control.
Just be exposed to different areas. Environmental exposure is key to the success of these K-9 teams.
Leaders say this training just validates how important K-9s are to law enforcement.
Their ability to go out here to detect and to serve the communities in which they serve is at the highest levels.
In North Charleston, Sophia Radebaugh.
Pretty cool. Now let's send to New York, where Gio Benitez is standing by with a look at what's coming up on Good Morning America. Good morning, Gio.
And good morning to you on this Sunday. Coming up here on GMA, Israel launching strike. Fall, cooler conditions coming to most of the country as the first widespread frost and freeze hits the plains. And finally, billion-dollar dreams. The Powerball drawing overnight, now the third largest in its history. We're going to tell you if there was a lucky winner overnight. That is all ahead right here on GMA.
All right, Gio, thank you. We are moving and grooving, and Sherry has another check of our forecast next.
We're putting our foot down to keep
Congratulations to Mary Morrison, Jenny Montgomery, and Brad Meads for winning the annual Augusta Magazine Best of Awards. And thank you for once again naming WJBF as the best local TV station.
We're putting our foot down to keep.
The WJBF Live Viper 6 Skyview Network is sponsored by Terry Lambert Hyundai. Low prices, big selection, and committed to quality customer service. Now, your most accurate forecast with WJBF Live Viper 6.
Welcome back and hello sunshine. So here we go. We finally got the sun to come up over the horizon on our Terry Lambert Hyundai Skyview cam over at Wellstar MCG Health. Beautiful sun beaming from the sky as we've got clear conditions, so nothing but blue skies and sunshine for us. And with those clear skies overnight, that gave us these cool temperatures, so 42 degrees. So if you haven't made it outside yet, definitely going to want to bundle up as it's a good bit cooler than it was this time yesterday. But the good news is we have no wind right now, so nice and calm in the wind department. So several people yesterday on Facebook, when I talked about that it was going to be in the 40s today, they said, oh, I'll believe it when I see it. Well, here you go, folks. We got 42 in Augusta, 43 in Barnwell, 40 in Thompson, even into the 30s in McCormick at 39, and right above it at 40 degrees in Aiken. More 40s across the board, 44 in Wrightsville, 42 in Sparta, and more lower 40s from Lincolnton to Washington. So there we go. There's that little taste of fall and the cool, crisp mornings that I know I've been waiting for. And that's all thanks to this cold front that's now well off the coast into the ocean as it went through, and back behind it we've got that cooler, drier air mass that we're currently experiencing, and back behind it we have high pressure that's going to build in to keep those clouds at bay and allow for us to have the sunshine during the day and the cool temps at night. So we're good in the temperature department, but we do need the rain as we're looking at our farmers forecast here. We do have the first level of drought from Wilkes to Saluda County and the second level into McCormick County. Bad news is we will not have any relief anytime soon, but we do have relief in the forecast by the middle of the week. We did pick up just a small amount yesterday with those sprinkles yesterday morning to bring us in at 3/100ths of an inch of rain for the month of October, but we will remain dry until the middle of the week, and then hopefully we'll get that much needed rain for the areas that need it. But for our future cast, not a whole lot to see here in the next 48 hours as all the clouds are well away from us, and it's nothing but clear skies in our neck of the woods throughout the day on Sunday, overnight tonight, and again on Monday, which keep in mind when it's clear at night, that's when those temperatures really plummet. So that's where we're going to get those cool nights and cool mornings from. And then that'll continue throughout the day on Monday to have a nice sunny Monday. But then clouds will start to kind of increase as we move into Tuesday to make way for the changes coming middle of the week. But for today, definitely going to need that sweater handy as it's going to be in the 60s by lunchtime and only making it into those upper 60s to 70s later on this afternoon. So highs today, depending on where you are, might not even make it into the 70s, but most lower 70s for us. Then overnight tonight, another cool night with lows in those 40s. So definitely sweater weather as Mondays, we're looking at a high of 40, increasing a little bit for 46 on Tuesday, and then warming up into the 50s Wednesday morning. So your 10-day forecast, nice fall conditions for the next couple days with chilly mornings and warm days. Well, I say warm days, cooler warm days with lots of sunshine, and then rain returning to the forecast by the middle of the week. And don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Hey, CSRA, we're celebrating
your vision in stone, and now at Cabinets too, located at 383 Tower Drive in Augusta.
Now, WJBF sports coverage you can count on.
There was a lot of excitement yesterday in NCAA football as the Clemson Tigers look to build on their win over Syracuse, hosting the Wake Forest Demon Deacons. At home in Death Valley, the Tigers, look at them, they're rearing to go. Second quarter, Wake Forest up by 3, 10-18 to go. Cade Klubnik will keep it and rush 7 yards for the touchdown as Clemson takes the lead. Now let's jump ahead to the fourth quarter. 5:49 to play. A handoff to Will Shipley, and he's in for the 1-yard touchdown run. Clemson up by 9. Then 1:34 left. Wake Forest on the 3-yard line. Claiborne runs it in with ease to cut the deficit to 5. And finally, Clemson will recover their own onside kick, and that'll do it as the Tigers get the win 17-12. Head coach Dabo Swinney talked to the media post-game about the fight he saw from his team.
But it was just a gritty win. I mean, that's the biggest thing I would say. And sometimes you need to win some games like that to keep growing. We've had some games where We had some great stats this year and got beat. And today we were very, very gritty and found a way to win.
The team is on bye next weekend, and then they will visit the Miami Hurricanes on the 21st. Meanwhile, between the hedges, number 20 Kentucky taking on number 1 Georgia. The Bulldogs have won 13 straight against Kentucky, looking to make it 14. First quarter opening drive for the Bulldogs, 2nd and 3. Carson Beck fires downfield for Marcus Rosemy Jack Saint, who runs into the end zone for the touchdown. Jack Saint and Beck fired up as Georgia leads 7-0. Next drive for Georgia, same score, 1st and 10 from the Kentucky 15. Beck throws to the end zone for Rara Thomas, who makes a great catch, but is ruled out of bounds. The play would be under review, but on another look, you see Thomas gets the left foot down in bounds, completes the catch, so Georgia leads 14-0. On play action, Beck finds Oscar Delp in the end zone for the touchdown. Now this play fake fools both linebackers and defensive backs for Kentucky, leaving Delp with nobody on him and an open lane in the end zone. Beck came in averaging 299.4 passing yards per game. He had 307 in the first half. There's Uga asleep. How cute. Not much to see when you lead by 27. Third quarter, Georgia leads 37-13. Bulldogs on 1st and 10. Beck finds Brock Bowers for the TD, and that'll wake up Uga as he comes to congratulate the players. Georgia gets their 14th win over Kentucky, 51-13. And finally, in MLB postseason, the Braves and the Phillies faced off for Game 1 of the NLDS. Atlanta's defense was really working, as you can see from this double play from Albies to Olsen in the top of the first. Where they really struggled, though, was on offense. They couldn't capitalize at the dish, and it was Philadelphia who earned the first win of the series. The two teams will meet again on Monday for Game 2. And that does it for Morning Sports.
All right, Kira, thank you. Go Dogs. And we'll be right back.
Crosby Roofing and Gutters. Quality you can look up to.
For News Nation, every city, every community has a voice. Those voices represent the everyday American experience.
When you bring together a team of people who understands not what the big metropolitan cities care about, but the heartland all across America, you get such a diverse way of storytelling that you're not finding on any other network. And I think that's what has set us apart.
That's why we're News for All America.
Morning in America, weekday mornings at 6/5 Central on News Nation.
I'm Mike Costello.
Friday night, Fridays at 11:35 on News Channel 6. Powered by Culpeper Ace Hardware.
So, Sherry, apparently we did not win the jackpot for Powerball because we're here, but we love being here, though. So, the Powerball jackpot is rising to an estimated $1.55 billion after no winners in last night's drawing. The next drawing for the prize is tomorrow night, and this is now the 3rd largest jackpot in Powerball history, and the last time someone won the game was back in July.
So you're saying there's still a chance?
Still a chance? Yeah, it takes one ticket.
Yep. All right, we'll try again.
Yes.
Well, if you don't want to play the lottery, you definitely won the jackpot with this forecast. If fall is your thing, it's going to be a beautiful fall day with lots of sunshine, temperatures in the upper 60s to 70s, and cool, crisp mornings and nights.
Okay, and so are we going to look forward to this colder weather going forward, or are you going to tease us and then it's going to be like 100 degrees or something?
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned. And you stay tuned as well. We're back next week. Until then, have a great week. Be safe out there. And as always, Mama, I love you.